do 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 do. Yeah. Farming Simulator 25. What's up, Jesse? How are you tonight, sir? Happy 4th of July to you, feller. 2025. New. Save. Save. I think that's everything. We move this over to this window. We open that. That's still uploading. Gotta turn that back on. Set this back. Oh my goodness. There we go. What did I set that back to 60? Turn that back on. I'm good, sir. Thanks for asking. This freaking guy. That's right. This freaking guy. This freaking guy. This guy. This freaking guy who has 2 thumbs and is here. This freaking guy. Anyway. By the way, JT, I lied. I will be here tomorrow night. I got my days mixed up. We're going over to my dad's on Sunday. I don't know. The original plan was Saturday, and then we changed it, and I completely forgot. Sup, Tony? Oh, Tony. You probably don't need the whole pack, so I'll just link the updated pack. PJ's doesn't need the whole pack either, but there you go. That's the update in the admin room there. Okay, I'll be here. Oh, I'll be here too. Hey, what are the chances? We'll both be here. And we'll both be cool. No? Okay, never mind. I thought we had a thing going there. But my bad. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, why am I doing this? I want to rearrange my farm a little bit here. Put a couple new shops in. I wasn't a huge fan of this layout. And now we have a couple new shops in. And I want to redo this. So we're just gonna park everything in my front yard. Here. So this one's empty. So we can sell this. Construction. Yeah. That can go. Then we gotta get this emptied. We'll use the little tractor to pull this comically large cultivator. I think I can. Yeah, Tony, we need a list, filler. Can I pull a green cart with this? I think I can. I should have went with this the smaller spreader? Oh, yeah, okay, that's not gonna work. Yeah, we should definitely go for the smaller spreader instead of the gigantic grain cart. That's probably not gonna work either. Alright, we'll just move this. The arm is just like hitting everything. Alright. Just slam into the tree. And we're just gonna park it in the tree. Inner vehicle. I got other stuff sitting over there that needs to be moved over. As long as it's on the other side of them trees, we're fine. Unknown. Hey! You! What are you doing on my roof? Tony's either got a huge list or he is just completely ignoring you, or PJ's JT. It sucks that you both have two-letter nicknames because I get them confused all the time. They both have J in them. And then the other two rhyme, which doesn't make it any better. It's like you set me up to fail. It's not cool, man. It's not cool. Too many on the list. There you go. That's what he started. He started to make the list, and he's like, you know what? That's too many on the list. I'll be here till next Saturday, writing out that list. So wait, if Tony's just now joined, who the hell's unknown? Into the unknown. Treat. Anybody else grow up watching NASCAR and like anytime they drink a bottle of Coke, you got to make sure the Coca-Cola label's out, facing outwards? Anyone? Just me? You sir can't park there. Ah, watch me, it's my tree. If I want to park in my tree, I will park in my tree, sir. Look at big government over here, trying to tell me where I can and can't park on my own land. What's next? You're gonna tell me you're not collecting trash anymore like we live in Philadelphia? Oh, that's nasty. There's just trash everywhere. Like actual trash, not just the citizens anymore. Even if you do raise my taxes, they're still not going to give you a raise. Big sad. Big sad. I really like the positioning of the shot, so I don't know why I'm moving everything out of it, because this actually might stay exactly where it's at. So I just did all that for probably nothing. Because I like where that's at. So we'll leave that other stuff there, and if we do decide to sell it, then we'll move all that. But I kind of like where that's at. This, though, is definitely going. It's going to be replaced. It might even end back up. Might even end up back somewhere else, but it's not going to stay there. They just gave me a raise. Would they give you a coupon every month at McDonald's? Like, this gets you a small fry. You know what would be even more fucked up raise is if they give you a free coupon for ice cream at McDonald's. It's like, here's your raise. You sons of bitches. You know I can't use this. That's gonna be, you know how in Christmas Vacation the bonus was a subscription to the Jelly of the Month Club. I'm gonna, when I make it big, I'm just gonna send my yearly bonuses are just gonna be coupon books for McDonald's ice cream. A 2% cost of living raise. Meanwhile, inflation has gone up more than 2%, correct? I really just got hung up on that. I did. That 2% can now buy you a half loaf. Anybody else see that they're selling half loaves of bread now? It's probably the same price as a whole loaf was just like 2 years ago. Anybody want to take bets on it? It's like half a loaf. Okay. That's how you know you're down bad. When companies are like, they can't afford a full loaf of bread. What are you going to do? Some half loaf that at the price it was 2 years ago. Yeah, you told us about the website before. But my question is, how accurate is it? What's up, Matt? Matt, dude, were you in Milford Walmart today? If not, you have a voice twin that works at the Milford Walmart. I shiz you not. Because he came over the speaker, and I immediately looked up, and as soon as he got done talking, I looked at my wife. I was like, that 100% sounded like Matt. Matt that hangs out in the Discord. True story. What is that? I just left a mess there. So that. Alright, so now I think this is the one I wanted. I want snapping on. Snapping turtles. Snapping turtles on. Is that me? That's me. Yep, that's me. Bet you're wondering how I got here. It doesn't. I don't think it's gonna fit. Can I like cut a? I don't like that either. The hell was that? Oh, actually, we do need to sell that because I want to change the color on that. All right. Don't worry, I catch you, Mr. Snowplow. Feel sorry for that guy. Yeah, he 100% sounded like you. Like, it took me a second. I was like, I'm not in Discord. I'm grocery shopping. And this dude, I mean, it could be like, you know how Tom Hanks' brother records all the Woody voice lines for Tom Hanks. It could be that. Like if you were a voice actor, he could like do all the games and toys lines for you. True story. I think this is the play here. Do something like this. I did not change the color. Customize. Definitely want solar panels on it. Make us some moolah. I think I'm going to go with a dark green. What's this look like? I'm going to switch them. So these have a I'm pretty sure this one is one of them that have the switch feature where you can switch and make these two opposite. So the roof will be dark green and this area right here be dark green and this be white. I dig that. So we're just going to put that right back where we had it. And then, oh, hey, we're in here. I just got to find the button. Yeesh. Someone needs to oil that door. Am I wrong? The inside? All the other ones were outside, I believe. Am I wrong? Oh, right here. Boom. Yeah, alright, I dig that. I dig that. I think that's what we're going to go with. Construction. We have... Then we have... There's a smaller one. Oh, there's a silo in this one right here. What if we do this like so? I forgot to spending all this money, only getting like half bad. Don't worry, I'll create another farm. We didn't save that. Confirm. Select. Put that right back where we had it. Then we go find the magical button. Just gives us a temporary silo until we can afford the big one. So that leaves enough room. It does. Construction. I guess the rest of them are in tools. Gotta love it when you're working and gotta pee, so your cop friend lets you pee next to their car so people don't see. He just wanted to see that duck. I'm just that. There's a son living up there. I'm just there's a ton actually. There's actually a ton. Like, we're on the borderline of north and south. So the further south you get in Delaware, you get some full blown rednecks. But this guy had your same accent, which was wild. Oh, I bought this to put out in front of PJ's place. He's gonna love it. That's Tony's. He's gonna love it. Just, I'll put it right there. Y'all tell me if this is messed up or not. Nobody tell him. Let's see if how long it takes for him to pick up. Hard to hide when you're 6'2". Yeah, but you're only working on it with like 3 inches, so it's not hard to hide. They really gotta be looking to see it. Why is it under tools? Would this... That'd probably be too tight in there, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would be. What about, like... Is this crazy? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Tony is probably like... He's probably like, what the... is this guy doing? Quarter inch. What's it to rotate camera? That's a zoom. That's that. Oh, is it? No. How do I rotate my camera? Oh, is it? No. Is that too close to the road? I feel like that would get hit. Yeah, let's sell this. That's way too close to the road. Tony's like, this mother... Oh. And this is... This one is CW's fault. And then we're gonna... We got two options. We're gonna build a racetrack either here Or cut all these trees down and build it here. Oh, man. That should leave us enough room to drive around it, right? Yeah, I think we could, I mean, yeah, we can technically go back into these trees a little bit if need be. Shit. Alright, I'm sorry, Tony. Okay. Then we join this one. Yeah. We promote myself to farm manager. And then we transfer the money to that. There we go. Now we got $2 million to screw the hell up. Yes. And then we'll delete this one. Because I'm probably going to need it. By the time I figure myself out here. Oh. I gotta promote myself to farm manager. What? Should I say why it won't let me sell it? Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it, mommy. We'll put that down. Oh, I did it again. See? There we go. Solar panels. Favorites. Dark green. There we go. Then the rest of them are under tools. That's where you also find JT at. Wait, can you not change the color of this one? What? Bruh. Is there another one? No, that's the only one. We can change the color of that one. We can change the color of this one, but not this one. Bro, why? You can flip it, but you can't change the color of it? Bruh. Bruh. Not even gonna lie, I'm kind of salty about that. What's up, Chad the Lad? How you doing tonight? Happy 4th of July to you as well, sir. Bless you. Dude, that's a freaking bummer. I could have swore you could. Well, that's just dumb. Dumb, dumb, dumb. Is this the one that has? No, it's the one I just had selected that has the... We could technically turn this thing sideways, because I don't think I would ever be using this door. So let's do... We'll sell this. Go back to... Sheds. The one we want is under tools. This one. Turn this. I'm not opposed to putting this like this because you have the American flags out front, which I think is cool. It's just we have to have space on the side to park stuff. What would we do it like here? That gives us room. Then we customize it. And favorites. Nope. Or do we make it red so we can include that on? Excuse me, sir, but you need to be more realistic. It takes more than a click of a button to build a building in real life. You know what? You know what? I'm just gonna say it. I don't like your wheelchair. We'll put that right there. Then we have this. We can butt something up against this. So what's this here? Oh, that'd probably look dope. Does that leave enough room in the back? It does. So we just like... Oh wait. Customize. Favorites. Select. Just gonna talk to him. Just gonna talk to him. Yeah. Oh, a minute. I dig it. I dig it. Excuse me, sir. I will be contacting the FBI and let them know your race is against wheelchairs. No. No, no, no. No, no, no. It's Transformers. Get it right. Oh, bro, I love that. I love that. Just, it would be great if this here, you know, I could do the same thing with. That'd be great. I could have sworn single player let me do it. I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure it let me. What even is... Oh, that's for the go-karts. Which I forgot the go-karts. Oh, fire truck. Outside fire. Where the hell is that? Holy shit, that's way out there. That's in the house? Why are they called... Oh, they're calling the brush and... Okay. Look, why do they call it my town way out there? I need the brush truck. Alright. And then we switch this one, and we should be good to go. I think. I have to see what else is available. This is a switcheroony, right? There it is. Wait, is this technically the front? And this technically the back? I don't know. It looks the same to me. We'll roll with it. And then, is there any other ones? I think that's it. Wait, what's this one? Wait, is this the... Oh, this is the one I thought I had. Alright. What if we just... What if we just got rid of that tree? We just lift this up. Then we equip a chainsaw of some sort. We gotta have one somewhere. There we go. Let's just drag this over here. Excuse me. Oh, they hit me. I'm suing. Just put that over there. Get my chainsaw bag out. There you go. That was a big tree. Yeah. Okay. And then we just... Construction... Do we? Guess we can cut down these trees and just try to get them, replant them closer to the. Hell, it's more wood to hopefully try to redeem all our. This is a thick tree. Holy crap, that's a lot of wood. Holy crap. That some bitch is so thick that it balanced itself out. Look at that. Jesus Christ. Oh, is that, yeah, that's the trunk. Jeez. All right. Now let's see. We're in the wrong. Solar panels, yes. Favorites, select. Oof, that was close. Where's the switcheroony, my Bob? Flag. Change flag. Oh, is that for this? Eh, we want John Deere. Wait, that changed the pictures too? Hold on. It does. Alright, that's actually pretty cool. We do want John Deere though. Does this really not have the switch function? I guess it doesn't. Oh well. It's gonna bug me, but I'll leave it for now. Is this the nicer of the two? I think this is nicer. The one I like more. Maybe we just do this red and everything. Oh no, this one doesn't have the house in the end. This is a straight up workshop. Okay, I'm okay with just doing this. That'd be cool in a future update though, if whoever's watching this, if you include that, that'd be great. I don't think this is gonna work. Yeah, we'll get rid of it. Spooky! This is that one, right? I think so, yeah. Alright, we'll leave it as it is right now for right now. Let's go open all these doors so we can start parking stuff back in here. That's for washing the vehicles. Hey, let's clean up my mess. Did you just say nice fire station? The hell? Is there not a power washer? I thought there was a power washer in here. Luckily, I have my own already. Jeez, I had him build this nice shop. And they don't even include the power washer. I feel ripped off. I feel completely ripped off. Oh dang, it must be something significant. Yeah, 52.3, 52.5, 52.7, A52, and Tanker 50 on scene. And Brush 50s en route. What's 52.3? 52.7 is the... Hold on. 52.7s are Tanker. 52.2 is their Lance. 52.5 is their Ferrari. What's 52.3? Sorry, this is gonna bug me if I don't look it up. Oh, their brush truck. I thought their brush truck was... So they have two brush trucks. They have 52... Brush 52.0 and Brush 52.3. Okay. They have their 97 Silverado. And then they have that 2008 Ford. 4 is the C8000. Wait, is that still... Did they retire that? Because that's still in service. I don't want to go get pictures of it, but I think they retired that. Because last time I seen it, it was sitting across the street. Oh, still in service. On their website, that is. I should go ask if I can take pictures of it. This is clean, but I don't think we need it anymore. I'll keep a hold of it for now, but I don't think it's a necessity anymore. We don't own all the fields yet, so. All right. We still have Unknown just chilling here. That's 100% PJs. That is 100% PJ. Unless it's... Oh, we have equipment at the store we need to bring. This is my new mowing tractor. Oh, PJ's is in Discord.
He's alright.
Oh, hello.
Oh, wow.
I had to turn you back up from you last night.
Yeah.
That game was so quiet, I couldn't hear anything, so I had to turn you guys down just so I could hear the game.
We're also just chatting away, so that doesn't help.
Oh, that's not an issue. It's just usually we can talk and I can hear the game, but I could not hear the game for shit. It's gonna be my new mowing dragger. definitely gonna be parked. And probably the set. Actually, this is a good spot. Park it there. What else do I have? I think the only thing else I have is, yeah, this tractor. I just didn't want all new John Deere. I want some old stuff. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. So you didn't go to your... I don't even know how you ordered it last night.
The 4th of July party of like an acquaintance.
Yeah, he was like, he joined our friend group after like we all graduated.
Yeah.
So your friends,
yeah, but we all went to
but
school.
not friends.
Yeah,
friends,
like,
not friends.
We all technically went to the same college, and like they were. We had like a guy, like the frat guys, and then there was like the group of girls that was like that, and we just would always all hang out together. And like at the very tail end of like our senior year, and then like post grad is when she kind of joined up, and that's when I had just like a time in my life where I wasn't spending much time with that group of people.
The last couple were louder, but I've been hearing
and
often.
then, come back, and all of a sudden it's like this person. So I know nothing. I really don't know anything about her. Really, I'm just like, why do we start hanging out with her? But yeah, nonetheless.
Who is she again?
Yeah, exactly. Like I honestly I know nothing about her. But like they're friendly and like. Her husband's a good guy, so that could be worse. But yeah, no. Luckily, they all have like little kids, so like party was over like 7 o'clock sharp.
Lame.
Totally fine by us. It was up in New Hampshire and like over an hour away, so it's just that area of like Massachusetts and New Hampshire is just kind of like dangerous on the holidays, like at night. Seems like always, every year, there's always just like wrong way drivers on like, the interstate in that area, and it's like, you better like get home while it's daylight. But the problem with that is everyone else is on little kid schedules, so like their kids' bedtime's at 7 and they go to bed at like 8. And so my wife and I get back and we're like, okay, like now what? It's like too late to go and do anything. So I was like, yep, I'm just gonna go farm. Although I don't know if I'll make it to midnight though.
Whoa.
My
Somebody out there, bud?
No, my dad and my brother are coming up tomorrow morning. Early. Yeah. We're gonna replace a bunch of the boards on the deck. They're all rotted out.
Nice.
Yeah, except it's like I thought my dad would just be there for like supervisory purposes, and he's like, well, you know, your brother has like the portable table saw, and he's got the rack for for like ladders and stuff on the back of, like in the bed of his Tacoma. So he's like, oh, you'll be able to transport the lumber from the hardware store easier. So like, why don't you just have him come? I was like, all right. Well, now it's going to turn into a whole production. I mean, it'll just be the two of them arguing over how to do things, and me like sitting there playing with, like, I don't know, something outside.
Be playing Angry Birds.
Yeah. I just like do stuff to like make myself look busy. Like the agreement was that like if my dad was going to come over and do stuff around the house, that he was going to like show me how to do it so I can be self-sufficient. But like he's not a good teacher. So I just like,
you know what? Just let me do it. I'll take care of it.
It's literally what happens. And then I stand there and then I just become like bitch boy. So it's like, oh, can you go get me this? Can you get me that? Can you get the screwdriver? Can you get like, you know, the level? Can you go? So like when my brother shows up for projects, like he kind of takes that role from my dad, even though they're both in construction. But he like takes over the role of bitch boy. And they just argue over how to do stuff. And yeah, I'll probably end up like mowing my lawn.
Fuck you guys. I'm mowing.
Yeah, or like fertilizing it. Get my my spreader attachment on the back of the tractor. Just go do some fertilizing. Sir, that's racist. Don't take it. The big question. Oh, it doesn't. I was gonna say the big question: does it have a trailer hitch on the back? No.
No, it doesn't. You can't even drive it. It's just strictly just.
Oh, it's replaceable.
Yeah.
That's fun.
I saw it pop up today, and I was like, "That's
Yep.
That's happening."
That's got PJs written all over.
It kinda does. My car won't get clean.
Oh, I need to get a corn header.
Finally. That was one dirty tire. Someone's super ballsy. We're not supposed to have fireworks, and it sounds like someone's shooting it off right in town.
Yeah, dude, same. Like, we were right before I came down here. I was like, someone's shooting off fireworks. And I was like, oh, it's the city over, like next to us has fireworks. I'm like, I guess, but we're only like geographically wise, like we're maybe a mile from where we used to live. And it's like, yeah, we would have heard that over there too. So, like, I don't think it's the official fireworks, although the timing was right because she's like, oh, they start at 9, and it was around that time. But like, I don't know. There were a lot of people that were parked over on like the baseball fields and stuff on this side of town. And like we had a parade and stuff, but it's more like the center part of town. So it just seems like maybe there was like an unofficial thing that people were gearing up for. I don't know.
This sounds like they're like right on the main street that goes through town. It's like you are a ballsy feller. Be doing that right there.
Wait, that's a corn header. I need a green header.
Corn spiky, grain rolling. I love it. Oh shit, this probably is not gonna fit. Just barely got out of there. Do 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 do. I'm good. Honestly, the tanker should probably go out to the animal farm. Is he home? Oh boy. Dog's freaking out next door. Nobody's home. I didn't even check on the chickens. We should probably come out here and load that up. What do these guys even produce? Do they produce anything? He's barking because of the fireworks, or it doesn't sound like he's like. Hmm. Oh, hey, we're over 1 million. Oh, wait, I need 1.5 million for this. Shite. Alright. parked. I do need to go take this. Well, no, I got a workshop. That's right. I gotta modify the windows so I can see something out. Customize. $25% seems healthy. There we go. Bush fire's out. Not yet. I can back up a tractor. I think I can. Maybe I can't. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, yeah. No, no, no. I said no, no, no. Too early for that. We might want to swap some belts in here. That thing do be a squealing. Oh, we might want to use that to go get our cultivator. Do-do. 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 Mr. Dump Truck. Oh, man. Ma'am? Ma'am? Tell me on that, man. We got 13 lurkers, fellers. 13 lurkers. Why y'all so quiet? Park this, and then we're gonna finish planting the grass in those 2 fields. Wait for the friggin' parsnips to finish so we can harvest those so that all 3 fields can be grass. It's just not cooperating. Excuse me. Ugh. Hiccup. I didn't even realize it made my trucks the same color as my buildings. Gangsta. Alright, that's all cleaned up. Gosh darn parsnips. Growing at snail's pace, I tell you.
Hello?
Hello? To
Hello?
what do we owe this pleasure?
Nothing.
You're here on a Friday. That's shocking.
Yeah.
Spooky fireworks.
Did you say spooky fireworks?
Mm-hmm.
Are you playing Brandon scared of fireworks?
I was implying that, but I know it's not true.
Brandon, you scared of fireworks?
Nope.
You sure about that?
Mm-hmm.
You sure about that?
I like explosives, so.
You got about the same restrictions up there we got down here, don't you? You can't have anything that shoots off in the air.
Oh no, we can set off fireworks.
Are you allowed to have shit that shoots off in the air?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
You know the old Toys R Us stores?
Yeah.
Yeah, Phantom Fireworks has a whole building full of fireworks, so yeah. It gets a little crazy if you really want to drop the money.
Oh, I thought Phantom Fireworks were like a local thing.
I think it is, I'm just saying for the size of the store, because usually all the stores are around the same area for size.
It was funny. I was in Michigan last week, and it was like anytime we got off the highway, like all of the parking lots, like most of the shit's abandoned, but they just had like tents set up, and it was like the same company, but they just like throw up those like
Pop-up tents, yeah.
professional tents. No, not like the canopies, like
Well,
the
yeah, but
professional tents.
tents.
Probably like a 30 by 50 foot tent.
We have
like
those too.
With like the center poles and stuff. But anyways, like I shit you not, like every exit of the highway, they had one of those set up in whatever parking lot they could, and they were all just like selling fireworks.
We have one here right on the corner here in town that the high school band boosters run. And then
You can't sell fireworks.
You can sell the anything that doesn't shoot off in the sky.
I know that, but nobody wants those.
I know, but that's what we can have here. So
See, we just go up to, because I live like, I don't know, 15 minutes from the New Hampshire border. And I just love watching all the people go up, like blatantly drive to New Hampshire to get fireworks and then drive back into Massachusetts. And it's like, okay, ballsy. Because there have been like sting operations that they've had where like they have state troopers in like unmarked vehicles sitting in the parking lot and then reporting the like license plate and make and model of the vehicle. And then they have another state trooper sitting on the interstate that pulls them over for buying fireworks in New Hampshire.
It's been going on for 10 years now that Pennsylvania is allowed to have fireworks, so.
Maybe
What gets me is like, so literally, so there's a brewery that we go to, like, I don't know, once or twice a month. And it's literally, it's not a highway, but it's like a main street. And it's right on the border. So it's like right on the border in Massachusetts. But if you go up 2 buildings, that's the state line. So right before that, they have a dispensary. And there is, I can't tell you how much traffic there is at this dispensary, to the point where on a daily basis they have, like, they hire a police detail every single day. And it's because, like, the people in New Hampshire go right there on the border to, like, buy stuff. And, like, literally if you leave the parking lot and turn left, it's illegal. The second you pull out onto the road. And they just let it, they're just like, yep, alright. And it's like, wait, what? So you're sitting here in parking lots at fireworks places, like, tracking these people down. Yet you have, like, a police detail every single day at this dispensary, and they all, like, 99% of them are, like, New Hampshire license plates in this parking lot. And you just let it go. You're just like, oh,
Just because they're getting a cut, they don't get a cut of big firework.
He's not getting it. Like, New Hampshire's not getting a cut of this. Like, it does not benefit New Hampshire. So if I were like yes, the police details from that town where it's located in Massachusetts. However, if I were the cop in the town in New Hampshire, I would live, like, diagonally across, which is, it's like technically at that point in New Hampshire, there's a gas station parking lot, and I would literally just sit there and watch them pull out of the dispensary and pull every single person over.
Yeah, but don't they have to have, like, they can't just pull you over for that. They have to have, like, some other reason to just, like, I don't know. That seems a bit, kind of like entrapment. If you're like, oh, I just watched you leave the dispensary, so I pulled you over, and now I'm going to search you. It's like...
That's the definition of probable cause. It's not entrapment, because you're doing it at your own...
He bought it legally.
Free will.
He
did in one state, and then it's not legal in the other state. And if you watch the transaction happen, and you cross state lines with a... Like, in New Hampshire,
but
it's
they
still
didn't watch the
considered a narcotic.
transaction happen if it's inside. Like, they'd have to be...
No, but they know
inside.
that...
So then they're... I mean, it's kind of... You're pulling them over... I don't know. It seems a bit... Like, they would have to have another reason to pull you over and then search you.
Suspicious activity.
Hey there, bud. I just watched you,
Go into a dispensary, you spend 10 minutes, and then come out here, like, and then you can be like, oh yeah, the car smells like weed. Which, like, it probably does. Because I don't know if you've ever been in, well, if you've been in a dispensary, you know, it just reeks of it. Like, I feel like I need to shower when I leave, because it's, like, the most potent smell in there.
I wonder why.
I know.
Now that they've legalized recreational use here in Delaware, my stepmom's gonna try her hand at making her own gummies. She bought all the stuff for it, and she said, she's like, you know how those really hot gummies are double infused? I'm going to double infuse it. So I'm just going to knock his ass out. Oh, jeez.
Isn't that like borderline illegal?
I don't know.
Like you can't just like intentionally drug somebody without them knowing.
Oh no, he's fully aware. He willingly partakes in it. He was the one actually telling the story. So he's got the medical card. It's for his back pain. That and his freaking nerves. He can't really do much. It's all, I don't know how to put it. She's all proud of herself. Last year she planted and managed to grow 2 different plants. And I think now they're legally allowed to have up to 5, I think.
Yeah, we can have up to a dozen up here.
I think it's 5. I don't remember what she said. I was like, oh, great.
Yeah, 3. Board. Each step. 2. There's so much math involved in this.
And what?
Like doing the decking because we're replacing the stairs because the stairs are rotted through. So I've already had to put like pieces of plywood over the stairs and like screw them in just as like temporary like safety measure because they were literally like gummy.
I would be offended. Your dad pretty much said your Tacoma's not good enough. Like,
I don't have any fucking hit. My brother's truck, literally, because he put like the, you know, how the dune trucks have that like,
the off-roading top racks or whatever.
Looks like a top rack. I'm talking about like it's like a triangle piece of metal that like goes from like the back window down into like the whatever frame it has in the bed of the truck.
Or what?
It's on it's on either side.
Yeah, something runner.
So his truck literally looks like Warthog from Halo.
Hell yeah, College Football 26.
Because of all the shit that he's done to it, and it looks so weird. But he put 2 poles on the back, so now he has the full top rack that you can like you normally put ladders on and stuff if you're like a painting crew.
Yeah.
So like it looks dumb, but it's functional.
I'll wait till it comes to Game Pass.
Steps. So math. LOL.
Carry the one.
No, like we're measuring it out because like I know like the dimensions, so it's like a 1 1/4 inch by 6 inch, and then like by 12 foot for the deck. But then my stairs are like 40 inches, so it wouldn't make sense to get like a 12 foot for the stairs, because if you did it's 39 inches, so I rounded it to 40 because 40 times 3 is 120, and that's a 10-foot length board. So it makes sense to get 10-footers, so you're not cutting off a bunch of extra wood for the stairs, but each stair is 2 pieces of wood, so that's 80 inches. So I was like doing the math on how many boards I'd need for just the stairs, like 10-foot boards, and I think it comes out to like 7. And for the deck, I'm probably going to do like, I don't know, like 10 or 12 of the 12-foot length ones. I don't know. Like, it was a long week. It was a long week for me. So I, like, was joking with my dad, because he's like, so you should get like 7 of the 10-foot boards. And I was like, why the F do we need that many? I was like, we should just get 4 of them. That'll take care of all the stairs. And he's like, yeah. And then did out all his math. And he's like, there's 2 boards on every step. And like, he knows that, but I just wasn't thinking about it. I was like, oh yeah, great. Math. Like, I am burnt out. Mathematically wise. I'm having to sit there and like do like manual, like Excel formulas to like figure out like variances and stuff. So day off comes, like I'm completely cooked on math. I can like barely take care of myself at the end of the week, or well, like month end. So he's like, yeah, don't you mean like this many? I was like, yeah, math. I think
Therefore, I am.
10. No. Between 8 to 10. I know there are at least 6 with rot. That's what I've found with working with my dad and my brother, is like always get extra of shit. So like my dad usually just shows up because he's all fancy. He's got like a Home Depot next to his house. Like that's the closest hardware store. And we have like a very shitty Lowe's. And I much prefer Home Depot to Lowe's. So my dad always sends me links for stuff, and it's like from the Lowe's website, and it's like, dude, I've told you like 1,000 times we don't have a Home Depot near us. Like, it's Lowe's. Get the Lowe's app, download it, use that. Like, I know it sucks. There's like a severe quality drop off between Home Depot and Lowe's.
Can't
Tell
confirm.
JT that like we don't have Menards out here. All right, if there were Menards out here, I would go to Menards. Okay, that was one of the things about being out in Michigan, where we drove past a Menards, and I was like, oh my god. Just like figure your shit out, get to the East Coast, and get rid of Lowe's. Lowe's needs to go away. It needs to file for bankruptcy. It's the worst. It's the worst. Home Depot is the best that we have around here, or like Ace Hardware.
I don't care for Ace.
I like Ace because it's locally owned, and they have some of the brands that like the big chains don't. So for specific things, I go to Ace. It's like I got my backpack blower at Ace.
The vaults.
Well, yeah, they don't have all the brands, so right. But like Lowe's and Home Depot don't stock. What's it called? It's not Red Max anymore. The other one. Don't make me do the work. You make me do the work. Okay. Figured you'd know. Husqvarna bought them. But my local, like Lowe's, Home Depot stuff, they don't carry that. They all have contracts with like Ego and shit.
Okay.
Wait, why'd you say that at the same time saying when I said okay? That was a bit weird.
Trying to figure out
we were
who
having a
bought
different conversation.
Husqvarna.
I was saying, so like Home Depot and Lowe's don't have like certain brands, but the Ace hardware does. So like I was going to Ace because
This place.
Lowe's and Home Depot don't have steels, and I was going there to get one of those backpack blowers, and then that's where I found out, because like the local people actually know. They're like, I was like, oh yeah, I used to use like a Red Max CB 7500, and that thing used to like push leaves. And I was like, I haven't seen anywhere that sells Red Max anymore. And he's like, oh yeah, well you won't, because Husqvarna bought them. So he's like, if you're looking for something similar to that, they just like put all of their technology from Red Max into Husqvarna leaf blowers. So if you're going between a steel and a Husqvarna, get a Husqvarna for leaf blower. And I was like, okay. And he's like, but if you're getting a chainsaw, get a steel. And I was like, yeah, dude, I know.
I like
They're
my
really good at
okay.
chopping up body parts, if you know what I mean.
I mean, so you got to take it with a grain of salt, because like, you don't know who you're dealing with, and that's entirely possible. Oh my god. Like, I love my dad that he knows this stuff, but like, god damn it.
About what stuff?
Oh, yeah, you missed that. So we're my dad and my brother are coming over tomorrow morning, and we're just like replacing boards in our deck, because like structurally the deck is solid, but the boards, the guy put down like unpressure treated wood, and then when it started to get a little soggy and like holes in it, he'd put wood filler in the holes and then paint it.
Oh.
So we have like 3 layers of paint and a shitload of wood filler. So I pressure washed it like a month ago, and as soon as I hit the deck with the pressure washer, it like exploded, and I just saw all this wood rot. So I like exposed everything from pressure washing it, and then I was like, okay, well, now we got to replace some boards. So we're not doing like a full deck replacement. We're just taking care of like the rotted boards, and then like all the stairs, because they're not safe. But like we went through all the measurements and all the math on how many boards we need and all that stuff, and then my dad's just like has my brother and I in a group chat, and then he's just going to tell, he's like, I am assuming that the current deck is nailed. If it is screwed, then they would have countersunk heads and filled. I will send you pictures of Lowe's products. They show 3.5-inch nails. Don't see 3-inch nails. If they don't have 3-inch, then get 3.5. And then in parentheses is like Home Depot has 3-inch nails. Also, sending screw type if you want to go that way. Then parentheses, always good to have deck screws around anyways, makes good framing screws. And then he sent links to all of the shit that he's talking about. And it's like, oh my God. It's like, this is why I just pay people to do this. Like, I don't need to be involved in the details.
So a deck isn't the hardest thing to do.
Yeah, and like he's assuming that he's assuming that it's nailed in, and like he's correct. Like it is, well, it's nailed in. So all we're gonna have to do is literally just like, take a pry bar and wrench it up.
Yeah, good luck with that though. It might be twist nails.
No, good luck with that. Meaning, like, I'm pretty sure that these boards, just like the outside of the house, and this guy's solution to everything was just slap a coat of paint. So I'm gonna guess good luck, because while I took off the surface level paint that he used for the deck, that there's gonna be more rotted boards than what I've seen, especially on the underside. Meaning, if I were to just like take a hammer and try to like, pry it up, or like a pry bar, that you won't get the leverage because it's just gonna like sink into the wood because the wood's dead and rotting. And I think that's going to be our problem, is that the wood's just going to disintegrate.
Just cut it and beat it off with the sledge. I mean, if
He said beat it off.
I mean, if the runners
with a sledgehammer. You forgot the most important part there, Phoenix. He's going to beat it off with a sledgehammer.
I mean, if the runners are bad, I mean, you have to replace them anyway.
I know. So,
did you look at the runners yet?
What my wife is predicting, the runners are in good shape. Those are 1x10s or 1x12s.
1x? You mean 2x?
I said what I said.
Ew.
Ew. Brother, ew.
What is that?
I guess that's not treated tip.
There was a friend, so you gotta understand, like, the backstory of this house is that, like, the guy that built this house built it as a wedding gift for his daughter, and who was the only resident of this house along with her husband. But so when they did work, it was just like, I know a guy, but it was back in like the 60s. So all of this shit was kind of done, not to code, and
no paperwork.
Yeah, it's just like, can you make a deck? And he's like, yeah, I can make a deck. And he's like, all right, good enough. But then as they got older, like, they didn't take care of the house, is what we're finding. And like the guy that sold us the house, he lives like 5 houses down the street, and if I ever see him in person again, I'm probably going to slap him in the face. Because he was talking about like how well the outside of the house was maintained, and it's like, I'm quickly finding that this old homeowner, what was his solution to everything was slap a coat of paint on it.
Did you do
so it's like, sir, you have a wasp infestation in your gutters? And he's like, well, can you paint that? And they're like, yeah, we can paint that. They're gonna come back though. And he's like, yeah, that's okay, just paint it. So it's literally, if you pull into our driveway and you look at the side of the house, it looks like there's like, paint is like just like caked on. They didn't even like sand the siding down of the house or anything like that. They just like put another layer on. It's looking dirty. So like, don't pressure wash the house. Don't do that. Just put put a layer of paint on it. And he did that with everything. But the problem is, like, he doesn't have, like, if you don't have pressure treated wood on your deck, like, moisture is going to get in there.
You might have
So
said
anyways.
it before. Did you ever get a home inspection on it?
Yeah. Yeah, that was the nice thing about, like, buying the house off market. Is we got to do that. So, like, he did point out the bees. He did.
The bee's
Okay.
knees.
It was just in the scheme of things. He was just, I mean, we got our home inspection done in October or like late September. It's like no bees. But he saw like the residue coming down from like the behind the gutters. I forget the word for it. It's like the fascia. Fascia? Yeah. And he saw like the residue like dripping down from there. So he's like, oh yeah, you have carpenter bees. And we're like, I don't know what that is. Like, I know what carpenter bees are, but like, I don't know.
Say, do you seriously not know what a carpenter bee is?
No, but like, I don't know what
It's one that
carpenter
builds things
bee.
with wood.
I don't know what a
Yeah.
carpenter bee infestation looks like. Like, why the hell would I? So
Did you work
just
with
like,
DPW? You never dealt with
I-
that?
no, not carpenter bee infestations. No, I dealt with like wasps that would hurt the general public. So if a kid went to the park, I had to make sure that there wasn't a wasp's nest like hanging around, like either in the park or like around the bathrooms and stuff. So I'd have to get up on like a 25-foot ladder with wasp spray and literally just like take down a wasp nest and just hope I didn't get stung. So like, yeah, yes, I know. However, I don't know the implications on a residential home. I didn't know. Like, I've watched my dad clean the gutters and stuff, but like I've never known that like carpenter bees and wasps can make homes in and around your gutters. More specifically, I didn't know that carpenter bees only last for so long, and then they leave all of their like living quarters up, and then wasps come in after the fact, like after the carpenter bees are gone, and they set up shop in the same house
Really?
as the carpenter bees. Yep. Because it got quickly replaced. So we have a glass sliding door in the back that leads out to our porch, and the gutter runs probably like 6 feet, 6.5 feet above the glass sliding door. And it's kind of dicey. If you want to get out there, you kind of have to like dodge bees, which, you know, it's okay. And with the carpenter bees, it was fine. But now, like, I haven't seen a carpenter bee since like early May. There was like a week period where carpenter bees gone. Nothing was happening. And then middle of May, all of a sudden these black wasps show up.
Black and white or black and yellow?
No, just black. Just black.
Ooh, that's even worse ones. Okay.
And
So you
they're
get one-
using the infrastructure that the carpenter bees made.
You see, that's never happened around here. They always build their own nests.
I actually went to, so we were down in our like 4th of July thing, and they have like a ton of vendors and stuff. And we just came across like a pest solutions booth. And I was just like, hey, just like out of curiosity, you guys do like bees? And he's like, yeah, we definitely do bees. So I explained the situation, and he's like, wait, so you're telling me that you have like the black wasps, but you had carpenter bees and they're gone, which like they only survive through like June at the latest. But the black wasps come in and just like take over their space. And I was like, yes, that's exactly what happened. Yeah. And he's like, I've never heard of that before. And it's like, so you are a pest control person. Like, he specializes in ridding up. Like, they do bees and stuff, and they've never heard of this situation.
There is no outside nest. They're actually going in the holes then.
Yeah, no, because the carpenter bees drill the holes into the fascia.
Yes. We have quite a few carpenter bees around, yes.
Right, and then so they're making the nests in the fascia because the holes are essentially pre-drilled for them. So they don't have to do any work. It's like, I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate it because, like, that's like nature doing its thing. And I like how they just, like, different animals, like, reuse the same stuff. I appreciate that. However, just, like, not my house. Please.
You'll say, wait until you get those European wasps or those ball-faced bastards.
No, the murder hornets.
Yeah. We got only one bee so far the last year.
Oh, we have hummingbirds now, and that's fantastic. I absolutely love every second of hummingbirds.
We've had them for quite a few years here.
We just, like, threw up a feeder. Because we figured out, it's like, oh, yeah, like, this part of the state is part of, like, the migration pattern for hummingbirds. And it's like, all right, well, yeah, we'll put one out and see what happens. And then, like, 2 days after we put one out, one showed up. And I was like, okay, we have one. That means there's more.
Yes.
And then my mom got us all of those, like, trumpeted plants that are, like, made for hummingbirds. And so we put those in a planter, and we have those up on the railing of the deck. And my wife is, like, meticulous with the cleanliness of the hummingbird feeder. And now there's a little family of hummingbirds, and they live in our tree. And they just spend all day at the hummingbird feeder. Like, this is actually pretty damn cool.
Coca-Cola.
Like, and they're getting so comfortable to the point, like, they have the little, like, well, you probably don't know, Brandon, but at a bar when they have, like, the metal footrests that you can put your feet up on, so they're not dangling down. So they have that for hummingbird feeders. But 99% of the time, hummingbirds will just, like, hover in place and drink out of the thing.
Yeah.
But this thing has little, like, stands on each part of the feeder. And my wife sent me a video of one of the hummingbirds that was just, like, hovering around and then stopped and sat down, like, wings folded, and was just sitting there taking a drink. And I was like, hell yeah. That means that they're, like, super comfortable in this place. Like, there's certain animals that you just gotta, help them. So I think to date, coolest bird, like, hummingbird, because I'm always just like, if I see a hummingbird come up there, I'm just like, oh, everyone shut the F up. Don't move. Hummingbird.
So say coolest bird is a cardinal.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's fake news.
No, it's not.
Dude, there's so many cooler birds.
I don't know. Just the bright red it's cool.
Nah.
Yeah.
I will say, so we have a Baltimore Oriole.
Oh, nice.
Yes, that nested up here. So that was pretty cool because you don't see them often around here. And we don't have a bird feeder. We just have the hummingbird feeder, mind you. And one day I came home from work, and our hummingbird feeder is just, like, off the back deck. So we have the big sliding glass door that leads to the deck. So when you walk into the living room, you can just see what's going on out there. And I saw this, like, yellowish orange bird, but, like, completely black on, like, the, like, trim 2. And I was like, oh, damn. What's that? So I looked it up, and it was like, oh, yeah, that's an Oriole. I was like, oh, I've literally never seen one up here. But they like the sweetness of the hummingbird feeder as well. I was like, damn, that's actually pretty cool. So like we're like attracting different birds. And my least favorite bird in the world is a blue jay.
They're dumb.
They're annoying as shit. They're like anytime they open their mouth, whatever song they play, quote unquote song or call, it's like screeching.
I mean, it's a songbird.
Yeah, well, it screeches. It's like meh, meh, meh. I'm like, just do a song like the rest of them. So I hate blue jays. There's certain birds. It's like robins, and like robins are good, but we've actually become overpopulated with robins around here because during the pandemic they were left alone, and they don't really have any predators per se. They're just nuisances. Like, I hate them. And so if they're sitting in the road, like I'll swerve for any other animal, not robins. They're everywhere. Like we have a nest. We have 2 nests in our front bushes outside our one and only entrance in the front of the house. It's like every time you walk from the driveway up there, they scatter. They're like, oh my God, get out of here. It's like, dude, go away. Go away. A cool bird is the Carolina wren. We've been watching their like mating habits and like how they take care of their family and stuff. And so we found that they put a nest in our window box in the kitchen, or like outside of the kitchen. And it was really cool because you could like see the little baby birds and stuff because their nest was right there. So you're like washing dishes, something like that, and you just like peer out and see the little baby birds. It was kind of nice. And they left, and I felt kind of used because it's like you used this space. Like I could have pressure washed that area of the house, and I didn't. And so I felt used because like they all left, but now they came back, and the little ones are like adding like sticks and twigs and stuff to the nest. And it's like, oh, okay, here we go. Setting up like a full-time job here. No, please no. Are you planting, Phoenix?
What'd I miss?
Oh, you're back. Okay.
Sorry, the
I was just explaining the habits of the Carolina wren.
The hell's the Carolina wren?
Underrated bird. They're actually pretty interesting. We had a family put up a nest in our window box that's like literally like right outside of our kitchen window. It was cool because you could like lean in, you could see like the little baby birds and stuff, but they're only there for a couple weeks and then they take off. So I felt used because like we protected you from everything. Like I pressure washed everything, like the house and all that stuff, and like I didn't pressure wash that area because I know. Yeah, I just felt completely used by it. But now the babies are coming back and they're like bringing sticks and twigs and they're adding to the nest to build it up. So I'm like, okay, so this is like a year-round operation for them apparently. So like, is this gonna be like their lifetime nest? I thought this was just seasonal. And if it's lifetime, like we get a problem. But they're pretty cool because you get to watch them like, you know, like bring something by the nest, drop it off. It's like when they're feeding the babies and stuff like that. Go down to the front yard or like fly around the house. Go to the front yard, grab a grub, like a worm or something. Come back, and then they'd like, you know, fake left, fake right. Make sure the coast is clear, and then like dive in to give it to them, and then like promptly leave. And so that was kind of neat to watch, but I was just like, yeah, it's cool for like a month. I'm like, boy, was I wrong.
Then it ain't cool no more.
Well, yeah, like I don't want them living there permanently. They're scaring off other stuff. Getting all territorial.
Oh, but this bird's underrated. Are you a bird
What?
watcher? Do you like go on hikes with
No,
binoculars?
I'm not a bird watcher. My wife is.
Oh.
My wife has binoculars. I just like the fact that we have hummingbirds. I think that's like a rare animal that's like pretty cool to like watch. Between that and we have owls. We have young what's it called? Like owls plural. It's like a wise, I think it's called.
Yep. I think you're
Like
right
little
there.
group. Yeah, like little group of owls, and they're like in our backyard. And we have like a tree that fell over, I don't know, probably like 10 or 15 years ago. So like the log lays perpendicular, or like parallel, I guess, to our house, but in the woods, and they just like plop down there and they just sit there for hours. They're eastern barred owls.
Nice.
We have owls around here.
And they do the coolest thing. So they do like the rotation with their head. And not like the rotation, like spinning it like 180 degrees. They do like a, like an around town motion with their heads. Like bringing it around town.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Yeah. Like clockwise. They're like, woo! It's like, those are pretty cool to see. The hummingbirds are pretty cool to see. Yeah, so my wife has become the bird watcher. So she has her binoculars, and sometimes she'll just like go out and stand in the middle of her backyard and just like have the binoculars up. And I'm just like, ma'am, I need to mow. But yes, tangentially, I am involved in bird watching, and I know all the birds. So, to your
How
point,
cute.
yeah. Well, yeah, she's jazzed about it, and she does all the work. Like, maintaining a hummingbird feeder is a lot of work.
Just put liquid in it and
Yeah,
watch.
is it really? Just wait till it's empty, mix more up, and put it back out.
Yo, say really?
Well, sure, yeah, but you gotta clean it.
How dirty
want
does
that?
yours get?
It's not the dirty. It essentially, we have a glass one, so
Yeah.
essentially it's just, well, yeah, but we get like total sunlight in it, so it just like it cakes to the side of the holder, so you have to clean that out so that they're not getting like not good sugar water. Like, you want it to be fresh. So like twice a week she She actually bought a little collapsible bucket for that, and she like cleans it in a ratio of like white vinegar and water. And she sits there and she scrubs the shit out of it like every 3 days, and then replaces it with sugar water, and then we change the sugar water out every 2 days, so it's always fresh.
Okay.
So it's a lot of work. If you want to do it correctly,
on that one, Brandon.
if you want to do it correctly,
Don't have it out in full sun.
we don't really have a choice. Like you have to put it.
Don't you have woods like on the back property of your backside of your
Yes,
house?
but that's where they live. So I have a this like shepherd hook planters. All right, so I have one on a C clamp that I have it clamped to the railing of my porch.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, my porch gets direct sun all day long.
You don't have
So, like-
umbrellas on your porch?
No, I don't have anything. I am not going on my porch because I'll fall through it right now.
Well, besides that,
What do you mean? Besides that, like
I mean, you
no,
walked
I
out there
didn't
to put
patio
a
furniture
shepherd
on
hook.
my deck because I thought I didn't want to have anyone back there and have them fall through the deck.
He went like that guy in the video where he jumps up and lands and falls right through the flooring.
Yeah, I'm like one thing at a time. I'm gonna fix the deck tomorrow, and it'll be stable. But yeah, if you want to do it correctly and like buy the books to make sure, and like the thing is, our next door neighbors have like 3 hummingbird feeders, and we took over all of the hummingbirds. They don't get any. They'll come to us instead. Because
You
my
son of a
mom,
bitch.
my mom also got us like the actual plants, like the trumpet plants that they like. And so I have that up on our old kitchen table that's broken, that we're like, yeah, we got to throw it out. And we get like one bulk trash item per month to put out there, and we just haven't done it yet because it's like, well, we haven't found anything else to put this on yet. But it sits and hangs over the railing.
What's up,
So they
Steve?
come to
How you
that.
doing tonight, sir? And happy 4th of July to you, sir.
Too. So like we took over all of the hummingbirds from our neighbors and stuff. Like we have them all here. What's really nice is like we have 2 distinct families. So we have the hummingbirds that have like the green backs and the pink below their chin, and then we have like the ones that have like the black or brown. But they all come here. And like I'm kind of proud of that. So like we swiped all their hummingbird stuff. Year 1. No effort.
I still can't believe
Fire
that they
cheese
use
fireworks?
one buys
Nice.
for the deck runners.
1 1/4. Oh, for
Too
the
legit to quit.
supports,
Yeah, for the deck
it might
runners.
be 1.5 inches because I've been
So it's a 2 by then, 2 by 10 then.
no 1.5.
So it's rough cut lumber then.
So let's put it this way: like I was hanging a bunch of stuff. I've been like getting my office together here, and I was measuring. So it's exposed on the outside because it was like a room that was like framed in, if you will. Like this wasn't a room before, and they just rough framed it and turned it into a room because they had a kid, and his room was this one. So I looked at the runners for the porch, and I was like, yeah, that actually looks like a 1.5 by I think 10.
But that'd be technically a 2x10 then. That's what you buy lumber at. No, non-dimensional lumber.
You can get fractions now. It's not. No. It's not too. Yes, you can. I swear to God, I already ordered it. I'm picking it up tomorrow morning, and it's 1.25 inch by 6. Because they have a 1 inch and they have a 0.75, like 3/4 inch. So and they have a 1.5 inch. And I measured the depth of the boards, and it's 1.25. So they have 1 buys and they have 2 buys, but they also do fractionals. So my studs in this room, like not the outside walls, but the inside walls, they're all 1.5 inch studs. So it throws out my measurements because, like, I'm trying to hang stuff and I have like a stud finder thing, which is also like amazing because it also tells you where electrical wires and stuff is, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But well, I didn't know that shit existed. I had like the earliest technology of the stud finder. But I was like hanging stuff, and I knew like if I walk outside my door, it's the laundry room, and if I turn around and face my room, it's like exposed wall, so you can see the framing. So I measured the studs, and they're 1.5 inches.
By what?
4.
They're actually 4 inches deep.
Yeah.
1.5 by 4. That is so fucked up.
Come
Dude,
back,
you can plan
saying
at
4 inches
any
deep.
width.
You literally just go to Lowe's or Home Depot here, buy a 2x4, which is a 1.5 by 3.5.
I will send you the link for the boards that I'm getting. It's Southern Pine, pressure treated, storm ready.
Please send them because I'm just curious. That's
1.25 inch by 6 inch by 12 foot.
Oh, those are deck boards. 1.25
That's what I'm using for my deck.
They're not 1.25 inch here. They're only like 7/8.
It's literally a 1.25 inch. That's what it is. It's a deck board, and it's 1.25 inch.
Where are you getting it from? Like a local lumber yard? Okay. This is all new for me because it's like only a 1x6 would be technically a.
That's all they keep in the clearance aisle.
I always thought that your studs were 2x4s.
Yeah, which is technically a 1.5 by 3.5.
Yeah, no.
Seriously, that's all they sell around here. Like,
No. You get the fractions here. Every house is so custom built that when you go to do anything, you're just like,
so
fuck.
Stupid.
Yeah, well, it makes it more expensive because, like, how much do you think a pressure treated?
Yeah, it's custom.
2x4. So 2x4 by 12, pressure treated. How much do you think that would cost per board?
Well, I can tell you the price right now for us.
Because for me,
2x4 by 12, you said?
2 by pressure treated.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bet you it's like $6.
For a 12-foot board, pressure treated, non-ground contact is $10.
Okay.
How much is that shit up there? Probably like 25. Well, no.
The
Like
1 and a
16.
quarter, the 1 and a quarter by 6 by 12 per board is $14.
Well, you do live in a richer area, so that price is going to be up.
Well, it's also a bigger piece of board than a regular 2x4. So,
Did you send it yet?
no, I'm not. I'm not gonna search.
What
We're
size
not doing
was
anything
it?
unless you want to start harvesting tonight, Phoenix. Because looks like we're done with everything else.
Nah,
Looks
I
like
got
it's
two
all
more fields
planted.
to plant back down here.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. What was what was the size?
1 by 1 and a quarter by 6 by 12.
How much is that? For yours?
Mine says
Here.
$9.68.
Hang on.
Mine's
admin-
$14.50.
Admin room. So that's what I'm buying tomorrow for my deck.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
normal
yes.
deck boards. Okay.
It's
But you said
Yeah,
it
but
was
it's
like one and a
1 and a
half
quarter. No, 1 and a quarter
for
by
the runner.
6. I'm not replacing the runners. Those are in good shape.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I picked
I'm
the
not
wrong
going to
one.
replace those.
Still 15 though. Ain't terrible for deck board.
Yeah, but I'm looking at it as like I have to replace like probably like between 10 and 12 deck boards, and then I have to redo.
Is that
all
your
the
whole
stairs.
size deck? Is it as big as your deck is?
Dude, I have a big deck.
So you're replacing all of it or just replacing
No.
part of it then?
No, I'm replacing maybe a quarter. That's being generous.
Oh.
Maybe a quarter.
All right, then that's
So it's like sporadic. It's sporadic boards throughout the deck. Like
Wait.
just replacing the one. It's not like just one section. It's like spread out. So
Yeah.
I'm just going to be replacing random deck boards, and then we're going to sand it all down, and then we're going to stain it. But after,
So
like,
you're not
I have to
actually
sand it
redoing
all
the whole
down.
deck. You're just doing sections that are the
No,
worst.
no, no. Because structurally, it's sound.
Just
Like the supports
here
like
and there is some bad ones.
Yeah, so the deck is like one level up. So I can, like, underneath my deck, I probably have like, I don't know, between like 8 and 9 feet of clearance walking underneath it. So it's an elevated deck, but the support beams are solid. There's no rot to those. And all of the runners and supports that go like horizontal and perpendicular, those are all in great shape. It's just the deck boards. So this is just a temporary fix because it's $14 a board, or what's called $15 a board, and you know, I'm gonna replace all the stairs, like 10 stairs, and they're 40 inches. So I have to get a few like 10 footers too, so we can like cut down on the wasted wood, and then replace these ones, and then sand it all down, and then stain it. So I figured, because eventually what I want to do is I want to keep the base and frame because it's in good shape, but I want to put down like the whatever it is, the something Trex composite down. So this is just a cheap fix to get us through the year. Because, like, you know, $200 versus we got quoted at like $10,000. Yeah. Yeah, if we wanted to replace the entire thing, it was going to be like 20. And it's like, no.
I can get a used SUV for that much.
Well, the problem is like, you know, where my brother made his fatal mistake is like the exterior stuff doesn't add value to your house. Like we have a bathroom right now that is just essentially it's drywall, like plaster. Like we don't have any wallpaper on it. We don't have any paint on it. We actually still have like the filler that we put in there to like fill holes and stuff. Hasn't been sanded down. Like it's still like raw. It's like if you want to increase the value of the house, you're gonna spend the money not doing the deck, but like redoing the bathroom. Because a renovated bathroom will add like $10,000 onto your house, at least.
Not to mention you need a second pooper, so you have to have that.
No, I just need a door on my second pooper. Okay. It's like we're so close. So when I go to Lowe's to pick up the lumber, I'm getting sawhorses, like collapsible sawhorses. And while we do the deck stuff, my wife's gonna like paint the doors. We're gonna hang them up and paint them, but we're not gonna do that anymore for the sake of time. So she's just gonna like paint the doors and stuff. I'm just gonna put them on our 2x4s that fit right into the grooves of the sawhorses, and she's just gonna paint them. Yep. Yeah. It's a lot. There's
You
like a
sound
lot
so
to
excited.
do with this. No. I'm not excited at all. Like,
No, I was being sarcastic because you.
Yeah. It's just like it just sucks that this was like all we could afford. It's like I hate this effing house. I hate everything it does. So I'm like literally only planning on doing like the renovations that improve the equity of the house. Cause like I'm pretty sure my wife wants to stay here for life. Like this is her like forever home. And I'm just like I can't. Like mentally, I can't handle a split level. I freaking hate it so much. I hate this, and we can do better. We can do better. It's like all we needed was skin in the game. So it's like investing in stocks, you know? It's like, yes, we have our investment, and we do have a mortgage. However, if we were to sell this house as is at the end of the day, like, will we make money? And it's not about breaking even. It's about making money. And it's simple as that. So I only look at the tangible things. So, like, I'm not doing the, like, decor on the outside. Like, landscaping, I'll do my best. But I'm not going to, like, hire a professional and stuff, because like our ultimate goals, like we drove 2 towns over, and like those houses are so nice. They're just so nice, and they all go for like $1 million, at least $1 million. And it's like, well, we can get there. Like if we sell this house for enough, based on the renovations that we do, like we can get there. So it's like taking on these stupid projects. It's like, like no one cares what the walkway up to the house is, but like if it's got a good back deck, like people like a back deck. They do. So if you have it all fixed up and stuff, like don't pay more for that.
Everybody loves Big Deck. Hey, nothing you can say. Who's gonna change what you've done to me? Now it's time to shine. I'm gonna take what's mine. Take what's mine.
Are you planting 27?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna check what field I was in. We have 27 and 31 these.
Oh, shit.
Oh, looks like 39 and 38 need to be planted as well.
Yeah, you have 27, 34, 39, 38.
If you want to
what do you
harvest,
want?
we can buy 17 and you can harvest that corn that's in there. I think it's corn.
Yeah, I
isn't it?
can do that. I mean, I don't have a problem planting either. I think I have a planter.
It's either or, because that's, I mean, it's, that field's like smack dab in the middle of our field. I don't know why we didn't buy it. We should have enough to buy it, so if you want to rather harvest, there's that. If you want to plant, 31 is going to be in sorghum. I have no clue what to do 39, 38 in.
Corn.
We have 2, 3, 4, 11, and 16.
I know we have a
corn.
bunch of corn. I know we do. Like, what else do you need? Like,
I have no clue. I've planted wheat and some. I did
Like,
both
you have
canola and
canola?
soybean and a couple. Just because those are money crops. So I was sitting here, I was like, I don't know what to plant. And I was like, screw it, I'll do sorghum.
I mean, I guess it makes sense to like have the place across from us.
Yeah, because that's gonna eventually be corn as well when we buy it. Now we own it once it's harvested.
Yep. Oh, make sure we didn't pay twice because I just bought it.
Yeah, no, just I saw you buy it.
All right.
And the thunder roll and the lightning strike. Bum, bum, bum. The love grows cold on a sleepless night. Bum, bum, bum. Thunder Road. I need to do for seating wise. What hold H. There we go.
Be right back.
Roger that. We just keep the nose centered on that yellow line, and we should be good. Cruising. Yeah. What's up, Dirty Diesel 98? How are you doing tonight, sir? Doesn't dream, waiting for a call of someone's house on fire. There you go, man. Burn it down!
Is there WWE tomorrow night or no?
It was tonight.
No.
It was tonight. It already happened.
Oh, Friday Night SmackDown? I don't have that, so I get Raw and all the pay-per-views. Raw is Monday night. Pay-per-views are usually Saturdays.
I don't know. It was on USA, and earlier in the day they had the Harry Potter marathon going on, so that's what we left our cat with. We're like, oh yeah, let us know what we missed. And then we came back, and it was wrestling, and I was just like, Kitty, what are you doing?
RKO out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's like off the top ropes.
Who do you think for tomorrow?
Puppy. I'm game for whatever.
They're not gonna be here.
I thought I wasn't either, but I forgot that the plans changed to Sunday.
Well,
My
I'm
wife
not gonna be
reminded me when we were grocery shopping. I was like, we need that for tomorrow night. Or I kept saying, I was like, I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow night. Why aren't you going to be streaming tomorrow night? Because we're going over to Dad's. That's Sunday. Oh, shit. I told her Bob wasn't going to be here.
Yeah, I actually planned my weekend out around
Haven't
that, so
done
I will not be here on
Any
Saturday night.
25 modding so far. Oh, good old. Casey? Yeah, he'll be here, so.
Last I heard from you, you weren't gonna be. So
Yeah, no, I thought I wasn't going. I got my days mixed up. It was supposed to be on Saturday. We originally planned for Saturday, but my stepmom's got to watch her daughter's her grandson, and she usually doesn't get home until like after 5, 6ish. So she said, "Can we do it on Sunday instead?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's cool."
Probably Uno then, or probably or golf.
I have no clue. I leave it up to JT. He wanted Uno last week. He told Tony to get a list of games that he can play on Saturday nights. And Tony said the list was too long. Trying to finish my 24.
Soon it'll be
Nice.
ATS, so.
When's Iowa come out? Isn't that supposed to be coming out?
Couple days.
So yeah, that'll be next week.
yeah, who cares?
I saw the exact date, but I can't remember. I think it's Thursday.
Yeah, so that'll probably be next Saturday then.
Like, they're about to get into a bunch of states that nobody cares about. So they should.
Illinois and South Dakota is up on the list right now.
Nobody cares about South Dakota.
Nobody cares about North Dakota.
I would listen. North Dakota's where it's at.
Okay. Montana's where it's at.
Well, yeah, adjacent. Like, if you want to be left alone, Montana, North Dakota, parts of South Dakota, and Alaska. Like, that's about it. I drove through South Dakota. Oh, yeah, like, yeah, there is nothing.
July 10th is Iowa. Just wanted to let that be known.
Like, what's Iowa gonna do? Like, it doesn't add anything to their repertoire.
What state does?
What they should have,
let's be real
what they
here.
should have done is they should have done, like, their West Coast, and in my opinion, they should have stopped at, like, Texas on West Coast, and then they should have switched over to, like, East Coast, and then
I am.
merge everything
Put it in my
in the
Discord?
middle.
No, they're trying to do
Like, nobody
Route
cares.
66. I think is their main goal.
Oh, you're Misfit
Nobody
Toys.
cares
All
about
right.
the,
Eat beef.
essentially, like, drive-through states. Nobody cares. It's all the same.
Yes,
Great
Louisiana, Illinois, and South Dakota is the next ones.
Dude, they're banging out the big states that they can charge for a whole state. And then, because once they get too much further east, it's all going to be like,
It's
I
gonna be
feel like
regions.
you're going to
Yes.
have to do
Oh.
multi-states.
Well, it's gonna be.
I don't think they
regions.
will.
So, like, it'll be New England
Yeah.
or like the Mid-Atlantic, one of the two.
It's either they're on
It'll
two
probably be like
states
New
at
York's
once,
gonna be its own thing.
or just one
I
state
feel like-
at that first.
I feel like Delmarva is going to be its own, like Delaware, Maryland, Virginia. That's all going to come as a
No.
cluster.
I don't
No.
think.
Pennsylvania might make it on its own. Pennsylvania might be with New York.
No, you're going to be included with whatever New Jersey is.
No.
1,000%. I
No.
promise you,
We
it
will be
is.
included.
Because New York will be its own thing because it has so many different areas. Because they have
I don't say
upstate
New York and Pennsylvania is going to be by themselves.
They have Long Island and they have like New York
shit.
City. So
Yeah, so
I feel like the smaller states is going to be like $9.99.
we're gonna be
You're gonna be
wherever
include-
Maryland comes out in.
yeah, which will be like a mid-Atlantic.
I think.
I guess we'll probably include like Virginia and like
Maryland.
West Virginia and Pennsylvania. Like I bet that it's like the southern mid-Atlantic region is gonna all come in together.
I think like the Carolinas will be their own. Probably like Tennessee and Kentucky will be its own. Florida will be its own.
But you know what their plan is like every state's gonna be individual.
Yep.
I don't think they could justify it.
I bet they're going to do like
It's not about
Delaware,
justifying it. You're gonna
$8.99
buy it
or something
anyways,
like
aren't you? Well, you
I-
get it for free, but like, aren't you gonna buy it?
I wouldn't.
Like, regardless.
I would not pay. I would
That's why
not.
it's like I'm not gonna
pay
buy
full
Iowa.
price for
Like, I'm not buying
for
Iowa.
Delaware.
I'm sorry. I'm not. I've driven. I've done projects on Iowa, and it's like I'm sorry. Outside of like the main interstate that cuts like halfway through the state, there's nothing there. There's
Isn't that
nothing worth
980
time.
or... No, I can't even remember what the hell goes through Iowa.
I mean, you're right in the sense that it's an even number, and the horizontal interstates are even numbers. I don't know which one it is, but I-80 could be it. It's either I-80 or I-70.
I was gonna say I thought it might be 70, but I wasn't too sure. Because
I don't know,
80
so
runs to the
I-70
north of us.
So I-70 goes through Colorado, and I think Iowa's north of Colorado, so it might be I-80 that runs like halfway through Iowa.
Talking about ATS, yeah.
I think.
Yes, it is 80.
Yeah. 70 is further south. 70 would go through like Nebraska. Or Kansas. Kansas.
Carry on my wayward son.
Because Kansas has all of the plains that extend into Colorado. Because Colorado, half of Colorado is plains. And it goes from plains into the Rocky Mountains.
You don't
But
realize
the
how-
only interstate that's in Colorado that's horizontal is I-70. So it has to be like relatively close to that parallel line. So that's what I'm saying. It's got to be 80 or 90. And we have 90 in Massachusetts. So
Yeah,
it's not up on
80.
that level. Because that's
And
too
then
far
north.
north.
And south, it's 35.
Nope. Yeah, north and south. Yeah.
Yeah, north.
35.
You don't realize how much interstate there is on the East Coast, though. I mean,
Well, because
looking
it's
at a
not
map,
straight.
it's just like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's a cluster. It's a cluster F of everything. Because it's not a straight line,
Well, no, actually.
so it has to like curve.
That'd be cool to take Interstate 80 from the East Coast to the West Coast.
Yeah, one of my goals in life. So like I've already achieved, well, like half achieved one goal, and that's driving down like the 101 on the coastline in California.
That'd be cool.
I've done that. Although it was just after like Big Sur had the collapses and stuff, so I couldn't do Big Sur, so I had to like drive inland
I remember doing the...
and then go around and then come out. And then another time I did driving through Central California from, like, both times I started in Oakland and drove down to LA.
I remember
So I did
that.
like the whole state. So one of the times I had to drive around Big Sur because the hull collapsed, and then the other time I went like straight down one of the state roads that goes through like wine country and stuff. But I think one of my greatest things to date was driving a convertible Camaro, like one of the new ones, down the 101.
Do you remember doing the big storage mission on Truckers MP?
Yeah. I hope you know that we contributed nothing to that. Like,
Oh, I know. I'm just saying. I just
Okay.
remember doing
All right,
it because
just so you know.
you were talking.
like we didn't help out at all.
Bitch, I was driving the truck.
Right. Like
Tasty combo.
like you didn't remove any dirt from there.
Yes, I fully know
Huh.
that. I'm just
Okay.
saying. Just remember, you were talking about the big slurs, and as it's like, oh yeah, we
No,
did
but I
this.
watched a TikTok video that there was a guy that had like he had 3 monitors that were all like tilted sideways, and he had like a full like excavator set up in his room, and he was actually running a like excavator on a job site. And I was like, yes. And then I had 2 questions. I was like, 1, would you consider that blue collar or white collar? And then 2 was like, what's to keep them from going on like a GTA rampage?
Yeah, what?
But he was
what
actually
the cop
he was
could
actually
do.
using the controls, and like it was a little bit delayed, but like he was actually like controlling the excavator from his like office in his house.
Well, I've seen
And
that
using
before.
a real excavator. I was like, damn, that's pretty cool. Like, I could do that, but I'm just like, right, after a certain amount of time, like, you might go rogue, and if you're remote, like, you're not going to have much
There's
association.
going to have people on standby to shut down that machine. It's either on the
Well, no,
on-site
at that
office
point, you
or
might
something.
you might as well have a person in person operating that machine. If you're going to have someone that's sitting there on site watching it, like, that might as well be the person operating it. So, no, it's not that. That's like, yeah, if there's a way that you can harness I don't know, the abilities of the people that just play simulators all the time and get them involved in like real jobs, I think that's great. But you have the risk of them just like going rogue and doing like a rampage in an excavator.
Don't tread on me.
But like a bunch of the times, like my wife asked me about like flying and stuff, and even my dad, I was asking for like the actual airport that my uncle was gonna be flying out of in Michigan, because he's like, why? I was like, because I'm gonna load up like flight sim and I'm gonna like fly from there to like where we stayed. There was an airfield right next to it, and it's like, yeah, I want to fly into that airfield. Of course, but it's not just like a, sim. Like, it's actual like learning how to fly. So it's gonna
Gotta
help.
go home. Gotta earn that extra 2% living cost.
And so my
Free,
wife
sir.
like whenever I have like answers to random questions, because part of the way that we were going up there and on the way back, we're talking about like the crops that they had up there, and I was like explaining to them, I was just like how it works in like the various stages of farming. I was like, well, you know, you gotta like cultivate, and you gotta like plant your seeds, and then you gotta like fertilize it, and then you know eventually harvest it. So I was like looking at the crops, and I was like, oh yeah, you'd probably plant this in like, you know, late March, early April around here and stuff. And then like my dad looked at me, he's just like, how do you know this? I was like, farming simulator. It's like, it's not just a game. It is a game, but it's realistic. This is like looking up all the crops and what they look like in big fields. And just like telling them what type of crops were around. Although I did see one of the coolest things. So they were, there was one field and it was all just like tall grass, and they were in the process of like they had windrowed everything.
Mm-hmm.
And they were in the process of baling, and they had like, I shit you not, it looked like farms. Like they had 18 wheelers like driving across the fields, like over the windroad stuff, to like get back over to the baler so they could like reload up. But it was legit like in the middle of the field, like 18 wheelers driving around. And I was just like, this looks like something straight out of Farm Sim, because I didn't think that you would actually drive across the field in an 18 wheeler. Yeah, sure enough, yep, they do it. That's the coolest operation. Although they didn't have the technology, so they were taking like essentially like a harvester, the pipe out, and putting it into an 18-wheeler that had a trailer on the back that would like take it and bundle it.
That's wild.
Yeah, it was a pretty neat operation. I was just like, okay, confirmed. 18-wheelers drive across big ass fields like this. And it was in Michigan, so here we are.
It's very, very rare you see a semi in a field here. They usually park on the outskirts of the field. Like they'll do a couple rows and they'll park along those couple rows. Yep. Even rare to see a grain cart. Usually what you see here is they fill the combine and they take the combine to the trailer. That's how they usually work around here. Because the field's so small, you can't justify.
Yeah, I mean, these were like, I don't know, probably the size of like field 16, so like big fields. And I was watching it, and they were having so they had this, maybe it wasn't, maybe they weren't doing hay. But I know that they had an 18-wheeler with a trailer attachment on the back, like full-size semi-trailer. And it was loading into that. And then as we were going by, I was watching the other semi with the same open trailer, just like bombing across the field. So I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, nope, that's realistic. Yeah, I'm with you. Tired.
Same, man. Same. I turned on a show and to just have a like background sound, and I'm sitting here working and stuff, and I didn't realize when I started watching it that it was an Australian TV show, and it's like the most white trash style family you could think of, but they're Australian. So like,
So it's not trashy.
it kind of is. So like, the main character is adopted. She finds out she's adopted because she's a nurse, and she was reading her mother and father's blood types and realized that she didn't have, like, there's an impossibility for her to be their daughter. So she finds out she's adopted, and so she tracks down her biological family, and her biological, they're all together. Her biological father is a retired drag car driver who can't race anymore because he only has one eye, and then her mother took over the drag car racing. You got all the children live with them, all the other children, and the one's like super smart, like with numbers, but she's got like an on and off again relationship with someone from a different drag team. And then you got the one who's just clueless about life, and then you got the son, which is he's always doing stupid shit, and she's a nerd, or she's a doctor. She doesn't fit in at all. She was raised by a woman who's like all prim and proper. And I was like, why am I'm spending more time watching this show than I am working on my shit here. Before it's
We have
you
people
too, this PS4.
so like the Airbnb. Actually, I'll put pictures in because it was actually pretty cool. So it was like an industrial, like metal sided barn they converted into a duplex. Like that was pretty cool. But like the people next to us, like, lived in a double wide, and they had 8 kids. 8
What?
kids. And they lived in like
Mine is pretty
sheer
good.
poverty. Like absolutely poor. And so like they had chickens that would come over into our yard and stuff, and then they saw that we were curious about that, so then they brought over like little baby, like, I don't know, like 2-week-old goats. And that was awesome. They were little pygmy goats. So they weighed maybe like 3 pounds. And then she was like explaining about their lifestyle, and I was just like, oh my god. And then like in their front lawn, they just have like a big sign that was just like, you know, like, we heart Trump. And I was like, oh, so like you're the part of Michigan that voted for Trump. Got it.
Have you seen pictures of the Trump truck that's from Delaware?
No, I haven't. I was just more fascinated by all of that. I've just been like, okay, so you genuinely believe that, like, this man's going to change your life. Like, we drove past a campground, and the main office of the campground had like an entire like memorial, like dedicated. They're like, "We love you, Trump," like in big lettering on like all the windows and all this stuff. It's like, wow. And yet this place is just like one of the poorest places that I've been to.
There's a.
I've been to
I think he's homeless.
Englewood, California, and I've been to like middle of nowhere, Alabama, and going out there, I was just like, wow. It's actually like interesting because you just don't really expect that.
This guy, I've seen it and posted in a bunch of like subreddits and stuff like that. He's got a blue Dodge, are they Dakotas? The old little pickup trucks. Yeah, I think that's Dakota, right?
Dakotas, yeah.
Yeah, so he's taken that and he has just covered the whole thing in like Trump stickers and FJB stickers and signs and everything. And he used to sit at the gas station here in town, and then he just like disappeared one day and we haven't seen him in forever. And we went grocery shopping and he's sitting in the
Sounds
Milford,
like he got deported.
no, he's sitting in the Milford Walmart now. And like we parked somewhat close to where he was at, and when we come out, there was this old lady like walking around his truck taking pictures, and then she went up and she was talking to him, and I could overhear part of their conversation, and he was going on about how his windows were all busted out twice, and it's like, have you seen your truck? Like, if you're gonna be that obnoxious with it, expect people to fuck with your shit like that. I'm just saying.
Right. It's like, sir, like,
same to you, Tyler.
political leadership aside, like, you can actually fix this without being told. Like, you can think independently. I heard some lady talking about like out there in like bumfuck Michigan, no, just like, oh yeah, the price of eggs went down, so like, you know, we're doing better. And I'm like, really? Like, there's actually people dumb enough that believe that it's like, oh, the economy is tied to the price of eggs. They're like, okay.
Yeah, that's why it's called an egg economy. Duh. It's not egg.
Right.
It's egg. Egg economy. Okay. Egg on. Fuck, I'll find out.
Well, I mean, it was just like so surprising. It's just like, whoa, really? Like, that's what you believe? And like, they had she told us that she had like jacked her prices up for eggs. And I looked at it, was like $5 for a dozen.
No, damn.
Yeah. And I was looking at it, I was like, it's actually pretty decent. Like, that's not high. I mean, at the worst,
$5
like,
isn't the high for a dozen of eggs. They're like less than $4 here.
They're $3.99 here.
you have to adjust for the cost of living. It's like double that.
Jeez.
You'd be like, $6? That's cheap. Yeah. So $5, and then she's like, well, you know, the economy is so much better because she was like, Trump fixed everything, so we can actually like drop our prices of eggs down to $3 again. Well, it's like, okay, well, whatever you think. Like, also, like, I desperately want to get chickens. I can't because I feel bad for the neighbors. Because, like, on any given day, I use, like, 2 eggs a day.
Sorry.
Brandon's ready to provide you
Man.
with chickens.
So I'd like to take some, like, I'd like to have, like, 2 chickens. Because, like, my wife won't eat eggs in, like, breakfast form, but she'll eat them if it's, like, an ingredient. So, like, meatballs, you need to have an egg. But she'll eat meatballs. But she won't have, like, eggs. Like, scrambled eggs or, like, egg sandwich or anything like that. She won't have that. Yeah.
Crazy.
She's a little weird, just saying, from all the stories I've heard about her.
I'll let her know.
That the pot calling the kettle black.
Yeah, I mean, you have a fucking shower curtain for your bed door, so.
Wait, say that again? Hang on. What?
Well, Phoenix said pot calling the kettle black, and I said, yeah, you have a fucking shower door for your bedroom. So,
Oh.
yeah. Like, you're in no position. Like, while I understand that, yes, my wife's eating habits are strange even to me to this day, because I'm constantly finding out new things. I'm like, wait, what? Why? That, I'm just kind of, like, used to it. So, yes, she'll have eggs. If she knows that it's an ingredient in something, she'll have it. But if she knows that, like, anything that's, like, mayo or ranch,
So what did she eat for
or
breakfast? Like,
anything like that.
I mean,
Carbs.
obviously-
Carbs. No protein. She doesn't
And
like
you?
breakfast protein. I only eat protein. I don't eat carbs for breakfast. Like, I make,
So
so what I do is, like, my weekly breakfast prep. So I do, like, I take, like, a muffin tray, and I do, like, a bunch of scrambled eggs, like, mix that up with, like, some cheese and, seasonings and stuff, and I take that and I pour that into muffin
you
trays.
seriously put seasoning on your eggs for breakfast?
Yeah,
I mean, I know
otherwise
people
we
use
can't
hot
do shit.
sauce, but still no.
I put hot sauce on it after, but
Yeah, no.
yeah, I put in, like,
You
onion
don't put hot
powder.
sauce
and-
on your eggs?
No,
I do.
Just give me cheese and
talking
an
about
egg.
Brandon.
I'll be happy. I don't need all that
love
fancy
hot
shit.
Sauce. The hot
Right,
sauce
Brandon,
is
but
fancy shit.
I'm
For
talking
me,
about just,
yes.
like, essentially eating eggs, like, just an egg. So I put in onion powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper, and then, like, some hot sauce, and then I mix that up with a little half and half with the eggs to get it, like, a little creamier, and then I pour that.
Half and half?
Yeah, and then I put that into
Not
a muffin.
natural milk?
No,
Why? I just
No.
gotta ask.
because it's a different consistency, so it's like it's the same material, if you will. Like, it's still milk.
Well, yeah, it's egg and milk,
but
yes.
it's just
But-
how pasteurized it is. So if you have a thicker thing that you put in there, it makes the
What do you
like-
mean by thicker?
so, like, if you were to
Because
put milk
50
in, it would.
is-
If you were to put milk into, like, a scrambled egg thing, it'd be, like, thin and runny. If you put half and half and you mix that all up with a mixer, it's a little bit more, like, dense of a thing. And then if I use, like, full
Okay.
whipping cream, something like that, which I've done before, and whip that into eggs, it becomes, like, super puffy and airy.
Because
So
I
you
use
want
milk.
something that's going to be
You're right.
right in between. So I pick half and half because it's, like, it's going to give it, like, a rise, like a muffin, but it's not going to be, like,
Yeah.
too much. But anyways, so I pour that into muffin trays. So I bake it for 25 minutes at 350, and I get little egg bites that are the size of muffins, and then that's what I eat for breakfast. So it's just pure protein. It's just eggs.
Just an egg, nothing else. No
Yeah.
meat, no bread. Okay.
I mean, sometimes I add stuff. So, like, I'll like chop up some spinach and throw it in there, or, like, chop up some bacon bits. throw
Okay,
it
since
in
we're
there.
talking about breakfast, Venus, what do you have for breakfast?
But that's
You
just
don't
my
go
regular
that
work
much.
week. So if I'm not making it at home, I go all out. So I do like full blown omelets because like where I work, I have a full cafeteria, and they open up at 7, and I get there like 15 minutes early. So I will go there and I'll be like, yeah, give me a omelet with like, bacon, sausage, spinach, red onion. Like, give me the works. And I'll have that. Or if I go out to breakfast in the morning, I usually get like some kind of eggs Benedict. So they have a meatloaf Benedict at the place downtown, and that's fantastic.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. So if I make my own breakfast, it's gonna suck.
Whole
so
thing suck.
Yeah. So usually whenever I go out to eat breakfast, it's egg, sausage, bacon.
Yeah,
rye bread, and
you're
pancakes.
getting that standard breakfast.
Yeah.
That Hungry Man breakfast. That's
Yes.
what it's at, like local places will call it the Hungry Man. Like some flapjacks. But then you get your toast, your sausage links, 3
But I make
eggs.
mine into
how
a
you like it.
sandwich. So just how I do.
Well, that's what I'm saying is like I know how I like to consolidate, and then they have like so at the local place I go to, they have like the boot mill sandwich, and it's like 2 eggs over easy, bacon and sausage in a breakfast sandwich. But it literally takes up a whole plate because they throw like a bunch of hash brown or home fries on there, and like it literally just takes up the whole plate. And it's like, okay, like I'm just gonna make several breakfast sandwiches out of this.
Fascinating.
Is it? Is it that fascinating?
Well, yeah, because like if you were to get all that stuff on its own, it's like $15. But if you get the boot mill sandwich, it's $8.
Boot meal? What?
It's just the sandwich I was telling you about. It's like the exact same thing as getting a Hungry Man platter, except they put it all into a sandwich. But it's meant to be like you can't eat that as a sandwich. You just literally can't. It's meant to be eaten separately. So when you piece it all together, it's the exact same thing as getting the Hungry Man, just combined, but it's half the price. So that's what I'll do. But like I went on a big I used to be a big pancake person for breakfast, and now I can't do maple syrup in the morning. I just can't.
What? I mean, I can't do coffee, but
it's something about like the sugar that I just like doesn't feel right with me. Like having sweet stuff in the morning doesn't make sense to me. I'm like, no.
I can only do it if I got like some sausage and bacon. You gotta have the sweet or the greasy.
If you have some protein to
counteract the
offset
sweet.
that, but I can't do like I said, like my wife goes to places and she's just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get like a stack of chocolate chip pancakes with the maple syrup, and I'm like, that's so sweet that I can't have like dessert for breakfast, and that's what it feels like. It feels like dessert. And I get that like maple syrup's like not bad for you, but like I need to have protein. I just have to. So like my favorite food is probably bacon.
Bacon's
So
good. I
just have bacon with everything that you can possibly put bacon on, and they're like, "Oh, would you like bacon?" I'm like, "Yeah, yep, I would."
2 strips.
for everything. But then when it comes to breakfast, you can't do bacon, you have to do sausage because
Yeah, I'm more of a sausage guy.
it's
Yeah.
where you get more bang for your buck because it's the same price for like adding on a meat, giggity, but like bang for your buck in terms of like density, like sausage over bacon.
Yeah.
1,000%. So like if I go to like Dunks or I go to like a sandwich shop, I always get the sausage, egg, and cheese from them because I'm like, you know, I'm paying the same amount. You're getting much more. But our problem is anytime we cook something, or my wife cooks something, she's always about the fancy recipes. But she's not a bacon fan, but it always calls for like bits of bacon and stuff to like chop it up. I sit there and I just like eat the pieces of bacon. She like pulls them out of the fryer and I'm like, yeah, right into my mouth. So she's like, how many pieces of bacon do we have? I was like, I don't know.
Not enough.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just there now. It's midnight. I'm hungry as hell. Thanks.
Yeah, I was sitting here. I was like,
Just
I really
remember-
could go for a breakfast sandwich now.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
But also, I'm 2 gummies in. So.
Yeah. Same. I like had a good conversation with my like frat brother friends, and like I felt like a piece of shit for a while of just like, oh yeah, I kind of like switched over after like not doing anything related to that for like almost a decade. And one of the guys was like, oh yeah, I was like about to get ready for a flight and I forgot that I had that stuff in the bag that I had, so he's like, I took like 400 milligrams because like what am I just gonna throw it out? And I was like, what? 400 milligrams. How is it even possible?
Dude was feeling pretty
then-
damn good.
At the party, they were just like, oh yeah, we're just like, my buddy was like, oh, I have a pre-rolled, so we can just like smoke that. And I was like, no, I don't do that. I'm not. It's like gummies for nothing. I'm not gonna sit there and like smoke a joint. No. And the two of them just like took down one together, just the two of them. And then went back and sat down, and they were both just like comatose. And I was like, yeah, I remember that. No thanks. Yeah.
Alrighty, well, I'm going to be getting off tonight.
Why?
It's 12 o'clock.
What was that? Oh shit! It
Oh,
is.
shit, it is.
Fuck. God damn it! I gotta go to bed. Damn it! Oh, my day's gonna suck ass. God.
Have
I was
fun with
trying to
that.
delay it. Yeah, I was gonna try to delay that as much as possible. This really sucks. Okay. There's 1,000% chance I won't be around tomorrow night.
Okie dokie.
All right. Well, good luck.
Yeah.
I guess. Yep.
Yeah,
All right,
I think
everyone has a
the
good
look
day.
needs to be on you, sir. You have
Yeah.
good luck with
Yep. All right. Bye.
it. Good night. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's
You
going to do it for
really
me.
must not have realized this started at midnight.
He sounded so disappointed. He's like, I gotta go to bed. I don't want to get up. That's gonna do it for me though. If you guys did enjoy today's stream, do me a huge favor, leave a like down below. If you guys want to see future streams, be sure to click that subscribe button. If you guys want to know if I want to do Google Live or upload a video, click
Are
on
you
the
calling
bell.
it then too?
As always, guys, thank you so very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.